All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Lots of things going on today. Lots of things going on today. Are we going to bomb Iran? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think you can make a political case for the GOP or Trump to go after Iran. I think you can make a political case against going after Iran, against bombing Iran, against starting war with Iran. There is a major fear that this is looking like Afghanistan 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, whatever you want to say. That's a legitimate fear among Americans. Now the problem with that is that whenever we're in times of war, the economy always seems to do better. And maybe there's an economic purpose to some of this Iran stuff. Now, on the other hand, um, Iran's not great people. They're not good. They're not good to their people. But does that mean we should go overthrow their government and talk about a regime change? I don't know. And are the people behind Reza Pahlavi? I, I don't know. I'm not sure they are. I mean, the motherfucker hasn't even lived in Iran since the 70s. So, do the people actually support him? Will the military support him? That's a big question. That's a big question. Alright, let's get into some fun stuff. Just doing huge, big, massive reactions. Massive ones. Massive reactions. Let's see what we got.
It from Newpedia. Wikipedia made a real effort at introduced the neutrality policy before Wikipedia was even conceived of, and then Wikipedia inherited it from Newpedia. Wikipedia made a real effort at neutrality for, I would say.
What? Wikipedia made a real effort at neutrality. Fucking bullshit. Anyone can go into Wikipedia and just. And I don't know about anyone, but I know that they have their moderators. But it is borderline criminal, some of the stuff that is reported in Wikipedia, and it is all very left leaning, all very left leaning.
Wikipedia was even did it from Newpedia. Wikipedia made a real effort at neutrality for, I would say, its first 5 years or so, and then it became, well, it began a long, slow slide.
Death, a long, slow death, and now the, the problem with Wikipedia is the more left leaning it has gotten over time, the more it has been adopted. It used to be Wikipedia, don't use Wikipedia in schools and colleges. Now professors are certainly okay if they use Wikipedia. I wonder why. Those dirty bastards.
Into what I would call leftist propaganda. I mean,
He said it.
it's a harsh description to put on.
Now, mind you, this is the guy that co-founded Wikipedia. He co-founded Wikipedia, and he is utterly disappointed. Utterly disappointed.
Wikipedia, but at least a lot of the political articles read that way now, but that's because they follow the news media, at least they have done in the last 10 years or so, 10 or 15 years. They've gradually gotten rid of all of blogs, and then more recently they've gotten rid of almost all conservative news sources as sources.
That is correct. They have gotten rid of almost all conservatives as sites, conservative news sources as references. How is that okay? You telling me every conservative news outlet out there is wrong on the facts? Or is there a bias in the media?
For their articles. And so as the news media has shifted, and as the establishment, frankly, has shifted more to the left, the content of Wikipedia has followed suit. It would have been hard for me to accept that this would happen and that it would be so striking. Even 10 years ago, I mean, already there was this...
I don't know about that 10 years ago. It was quite clear President Trump now opened a lot of people's eyes to how biased the media was. I don't think a lot of people paid attention to the news. I don't think people paid attention to politics, but I definitely think way more people pay attention to politics now due to President Trump, especially, I'm going to argue on both sides, right? He's a polarizing figure. But the reality is a lot of people felt the way Trump did, and he exposed how this media machine constantly backs the liberal propaganda. It should be crazy, dog.
Decline into a slide to a center-left point of view by 2010.
Center-left, that's gone. Wikipedia. Oh, here we go. I understand you guys don't want to hear it. I recommend you move away and not listen to him. You're going to stand here and be angry. A female police officer in the UK tells angry migrant residents they can stay mad at a Christian preacher, but not expect the police to arrest him for being on the sidewalk. He's not in your home. I don't understand this. Like, what? I understand you guys don't want to hear it. I recommend you just move what... They were trying to get this guy arrested for being on the sidewalk?
And this is East London, this is Whitechapel, Bengali area also. Muslim area.
Muslim area, look at this. We gotta end this. Western culture needs to get a fucking grip on themselves. What do you mean Muslim area? This Christian man can't be there. What are you talking about? What are you saying? You guys don't own the public sidewalk in England. If anything, the Christian man owns it. Like, this Muslim stuff is... They got a problem in the UK.
No, I understand.
And the police officer's saying she understands? What? What does she understand?
I understand that you guys don't want to hear it. I would recommend that you just move away and don't listen to him.
You can't do that. Yeah, but we live here.
You're going to stand here.
But excuse me, we live here. So if we came outside, he's
not in your home.
No, but in the...
Actually, maybe this is a little bit of a sign, although I don't have any faith in it, that the UK government is starting to get behind its people. This is kind of a little bit of a... They didn't arrest him, which I'm very surprised. They didn't arrest the Christian man for some ridiculous... I just feel like they would say something like, This man is being violent by just standing there. He's causing them to. He did it intentionally to get a violent reaction out of these people. He must be arrested. Yeah. Okay. The Trump administration has given ICE officers broader powers to detain lawful refugees who have yet to secure permanent U.S. residency. In its latest effort to more heavily scrutinize immigrants, illegal and legal alike. I don't know about the legal alike part of that. Let's read some of these comments and we'll watch the video. What do you classify as a refugee? Because the AQ and ISIS operatives who infiltrated under that cover need to be booted, and does anyone else who isn't a refugee? Look, I don't know what this. We'll pause this and then we'll watch this in a second. But the reality is, a lot of people across the United States, and a lot of them are silent, a lot of them are quiet, a lot of them put up with this fucking nonsense on a daily basis, but what they do and what they want illegal criminal. They want illegal aliens. Let me. They want illegal aliens out of the country. Okay? Get out. Americans want illegal aliens out of the country. Good, bad, and the ugly. Good, bad, and the ugly. The reality is there's an economic impact on it. There's a huge financial strain on the system. There's a major social strain on the system. Communities can't handle an influx of tens of thousands of migrants, legal or illegal, that are from the third world country, that have no idea what the American value system is about, right? And then that's where you have these communities like New York City, Chicago, L.A. Like it is become third world Democrat cities. Like I used to live in one of these major areas. They're fucking disgusting. They're fucking disgusting. There's homeless people everywhere. Okay, but back to my point is that when you have an influx of illegal immigrants, legal immigrants, it doesn't matter. What you're doing is you're propagating these other people over your own citizens. It is devastating to your system. It's devastating. Alright, let's see what this chump's got to say. Let's see.
Memo reveals that ICE has been given broad powers to detain and arrest refugees who have yet to obtain a green card here in the U.S. Refugees are legal immigrants across the world who are allowed to come here to the U.S. after undergoing a years-long vetting process and after proving that they fled persecution in their home countries because of certain factors like their race, nationality, religion, or political views. The Trump administration...
That's going to be American soon. I mean, we're going to have to flee the United States if you're conservative if we don't fucking get a grip on this shit. Shit. Where's the lie? Mr. Red Pill, where's the lie? I don't want to watch this video. It looks boring as shit. Okay. The president of the steel company Trump visits thanks him profusely for tariffs, but because it allows him to jack up the price of his racks from $90 to $150. He is thanking Trump for making Americans pay more for steel. You can't make this up. Let's see. He didn't jack up his prices. He said it levels the playing field. Okay, true. Because what happens is that they're making steel in these third world countries at a much significantly lower price to not have to compete with the cheap crap coming out of China. His places don't His prices don't change. He just gets more business and consumers get more better products. More sales, more employees, more demand. Yeah, totally.
He was in big trouble 2 years ago, and then I put on the tariffs, and now he's going round the clock, making the racks, making the steel, making everything that he makes. And it's just amazing what's happened, that anybody can be complaining about tariffs. He just said, I'd give you a big hug if the press wasn't out here, because the tariffs have really been a big difference.
It's been a game changer. We were competing with China. They had taken all of it. They were producing racks at $90 a piece. Our cost alone is $150. You've leveled it. The playing field's back.
I don't understand this fucking retard. Like, what is he saying in his post here? Profusely for tariffs because it allows him to jack up the price of his racks from $90 to $150. First of all, he just said the cost that those were never his costs. China's costs were $90. Am I missing something?
Wasn't out here, because the tariffs have really been a big difference.
It's been a game changer. We were competing with China. They had taken all of it. They were producing racks at $90 a piece. Our cost alone is $150.
Yeah, what is this guy saying? What is he talking about? Or what is this talking about here? Brazilian national detained in Maryland after living in the U.S. for 24 years now faces deportation proceedings. I mean, get him the fuck out. Is he illegal? What are we talking about? What's the debate?
Buy tickets? Yeah. What kind of tickets? He want to buy his tickets so he can go home now.
Yeah, go now.
You want to go home now?
Yeah.
You got money right now?
Yeah, my card. Where's my card? My blue card has the money there.
Okay.
He's trying to get out now. The federal government is offering money for these illegals to leave. Why wait till you get arrested to say you want to detained and forcefully removed? Just fucking leave.
Well, I'm sure they'll like that.
Yeah, it's good. I can go now.
All right. Well, we can work something.
Yeah.
Where in Brazil you're from?
Huh?
We're in Brazil.
Yeah, Paraná.
Paraná?
Yeah. Paraná, yeah.
This guy's got no fucking clue who that is.
24 years.
24 years?
MAGA and their white privilege. He should be able to stay if he was working, paying taxes, and didn't commit a crime. No, he shouldn't. In what country that has any sovereign standing in the world, legality is not morality? Human laws don't matter, pendejo. Only God's. Like, this is like the moral. You try to constantly be suppressed by the moral superiority. Like, this pseudo compassion isn't courageous. Your compassion isn't courageous. You're fucking losers. Donald, let's see. Ted Lieu's a fucking psycho. Donald Trump is unfit to be president of the United States. He is corrupt, a serial liar, and engaged in the cover-up of the Epstein files. He also can't stay awake. Trump is asleep at a globally televised Board of Peace meeting. I mean, it's hard to see if he's asleep.
Implementation of the second phase of the Gaza peace plan. This includes ensuring a lasting ceasefire.
But does it look bad? Like, who gives a shit? Motherfucker, I think Trump works. Everyone knows Trump works. Everyone knows it. Oh, here we go. What are you guys doing? This is the constant shit we have to put up with. Renee Good tried to run over an ICE officer. They had been impeding ICE officers all morning. Those are the facts. She tried to run over an ICE officer. And the ICE officer did what he was trained and what he was reasonably... The ICE officer was in fear of his life, and he reasonably responded by taking out the aggressor. In this case, Renee Good, who was trying to run him over with her fucking car. This, like, constant moral outrage and objection and protesting over shit that you're just clearly wrong on is... like, no one cares. No one cares anymore. This is all just theatrics, which, wow. The liberal left, I mean, pretty amazing at theatrics. Although, don't go to the box office. Not many people do anymore, because they produce shit. And they even did it wrong, right? They didn't shoot her through the front windshield. Right? This is trying to show what this is doing. Look, they're trying to say that she was shot through the side window, through the driver's side window. That's what this is alleging, or that's what this reenactment is. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. It's almost laughable. It's not almost. It is laughable. It is laughable how stupid these people are. Like, actually laughable. Actually laughable. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and this must be Alex Petty. Who is just a great guy. These fucking people.
They are propping Mayor Zohran Mamdani. And another thing, the DSA, along with CAIR, and the Muslim Brotherhood, they are propping Mayor Zohran Mamdani in the next 4 years to run for governor.
I believe it.
You think they're stupid?
Nope.
They already have a plan in place.
I believe it.
They're going to run people for U.S. Senate. They're going to run people...
Look, the Muslim Brotherhood, the Muslim Islam is a cancer to Western culture. An absolute cancer. We need not let it spread.
For Congress, they're going to run people for assembly. They're going to run for people for the local state Senate seats. They're putting all foreigners in position to run for office. But you better believe Mamdani is being propped up by the establishment to run for governor of New York.
I believe it.
And that in itself is going to... New York is already collapsing. But
true.
New Yorkers, born New Yorkers, you will no longer have a place in your own state or city.
Yeah, I mean, I think what she's saying is she's making a great point, is that New York has become... that there are no New Yorkers anymore. You know, and when Mamdani, look, over the next 3 years, 4 years, however long Mamdani, the Muslim population is going to explode in New York City. The things that the New Yorkers are going to have to put up with is going to be very similar to your Dearborn, Michigans, or your, where the fuck is the place? Minneapolis. It's going to be overridden by Muslims that are incompatible with the values, that have incompatible values with the people that are born and raised from New York City. And there are going to be some stubborn New Yorkers that are going to say, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm going to stay here to take my city back. Good on you. I hope you are able to do that. But I think a lot of you are going to leave. You're going to get the fuck out of there. They're going to tax you to death. They don't want to see you succeed. They're going to impose all this gender ideology on you. Because I firmly believe in taqiyya. Okay? I firmly believe the Muslim and Islam has a plan. They have a plan, and it's taqiyya. It's so strange to me that they are aligning with the left. Because a lot of the Islam religion and culture is fundamentally opposed to what the left represents. It is a unique... It is a purposefully unique situation because the Islam and the Muslims understand how weak the liberals are. They are so weak. They are weak-minded, they are emotional, and they are easily manipulated. And New York City will be the first real major United States city to fall because of it.
Your families will no longer have a place. You will no longer have a voice. You won't be able to own nothing. You won't be able to, start a business. You won't be able to become a homeowner. You will be silenced. You will no longer be the majority. I'm telling you that right now. They are not here to assimilate. This is them showing that they are going to conquer.
Hey, sis. Shout out, sis. She ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Is our GOP going to ever actually get the spine the American people are demanding of them? Ever? I think a majority of the people that voted for Trump, I would say an overwhelming majority of people, the ICE stuff that happened several weeks ago in Minneapolis, don't give a fuck. Get them out of here. And I can guarantee you that if you're a Christian and you're living in these communities, they hate you. That is the problem with being Christian, is that it's easily taken advantage of. Christians should be kind. They don't need to be weak and forfeit their future due to compassion and masquerading it as courage. It ain't courageous. It's stupid.
And it's either you convert to Islam, or you get run over. Figure of speech, by the way. So, this is big.
Is it a figure of speech? I don't know. The better term might have been beheaded.
Bigger than what it is. And there's a lot of powerful people involved propping this guy up, Mamdani. He is a plant. And the industry is involved too. They're involved. This guy came out of nowhere, out of thin air, same thing like AOC. And they're propping her up to run for president. Can you imagine that?
No.
Really think about the consequence.
No, I cannot imagine that. They're gonna. I don't understand this. How you can live in America, claim it's one of the best countries on earth, and simultaneously fucking hate it. Hate everything about America. Want to destroy the system. Well, what system is better? Over history, currently, where is a better system in the world? They don't exist. A better system does not exist. What are we doing? Guilty liberal white women are going to try to make the rest of us kill ourselves in game.
Look at socialism is already destroying New York City. New York City looks like a dump. A dump, and be prepared for chaos.
It's not even that, right? Yeah, New York City looks like shit, but I believe what was happening was New York City was, they know they have a budget deficit. They don't have enough money. So in order to quote unquote save money, they stopped paying for the overtime shifts for the garbage men and the snow plows and all that stuff. They just stopped doing it. But what's going to happen when they start spending money? And what are they spending money on? This cutting of 5,000 police officers? Or new police officers? That's insane. That's insane. There's an overwhelming correlation to police officers and prosperity in neighborhoods, right? In order to get communities under control, you need a heavy police presence. You got to stop all the bad activity in the neighborhoods. Then businesses come. Once businesses come to the neighborhood can be propped up, right? Right? You don't need this artificial government subsidies that go to fucking nothing. If you have communities that are thriving, and to have communities that are thriving, you need low crime. You need safe people. People need to want to be in the neighborhood. Because people are consumers. They're consumers of housing. They're consumers of coffee, groceries, sidewalks, parks. Wait till you start to see what New York City is going to start spending their money on, and it's going to be very revealing. I'm going to look when the whoever the district attorney is in New York City, it's going to be very revealing what they start to do with crime. Where that there is literally going to be a vigilante in that city. There's going to have to be, because they're not going to take care of the crime. There's going to be a Batman.
Mayhem, because he's cutting 5,000 NYPD officers from the agency. God help us all. God help us all. Socialism is destruction. And they need to educate young people in the schools and universities about the dangers.
Now, I agree with her. I also think the public education system was kind of architectured to do exactly what it's doing now. It is to manipulate young people into believing that this communism, socialism, economic structure is somehow worth a fuck. It doesn't work, guys. And the indoctrination of our young children is criminal. I think they need to close the Department of Education, close all public schools, and communities need to start, like, stay-at-home moms. Look, I'd love to see stay-at-home moms in any neighborhood have, 3 or 4 stay-at-home moms teaching all of the local community kids in a subdivision. Right? They got a couple basement classrooms. Moms are the best. Moms are awesome. Especially when they're not liberal white cunts. The education system is failing our women. It is failing our men. It is just failing.
Of socialism, because it will hurt young people. And I know you guys have voters' remorse. Gen Z, you've been played. Next time.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. This is where I do think she's wrong. I think they are loving it. He's only been there for what, 30 days? They can't wait to see this play out. They don't have enough time with him to have remorse. A lot of these Gen Zers, they haven't seen pain and suffering. They're all fucking entitled idiots.
Do not speak for the black community.
Hell yeah.
Black.
Look, I'll say this. I think the black community and the white community have a ton in common. Like, there's no real divide if you go outside and run into a white guy or a black guy. I mean, there is no divide. Like they all like each other. Mainly. I mean, don't let politics divide the culture. Black people represent American culture just as much as white people represent American culture. And a lot of black people have a Christian faith, which is really how we should be bonding. Because we're going to need each other when Islam comes.
Black community, you need to fight for yourselves. Fight for your communities. Fight for your city. And another.
Here's what I'll say to that. I agree with her. What I think she's referencing is your your elected officials are trying to trick you. At every turn, they're going to blame the white man. But the reality is you just need to have a little bit of personal accountability. Go out and, don't let someone else, these people aren't trying to protect you. They're trying to protect their own fiscal interests. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, you guys can't read that? This is fucking funny. Canada launches a new immigration category for the armed forces to allow recruits from the Chinese Communist Party and other foreign adversaries to merge with Canada's military. Yo. Canada has fucking fallen. I don't know where I read this earlier today. I don't know where I read this earlier today. But Canada may be more of a threat than Iran. Canada is just a border away from us. They are on some crazy shit. They want to allow just all children to be medically manipulated in the name of gender affirmation. They love assisted suicide. Even when, somebody may not really want to be assisted suicided. Like, this shit, they have zero of America's economic interests in mind. They're allowing their military to be invaded by Chinese.
Foreign military applicants. Eligible recruits with a job offer from the Canadian Armed Forces, including doctors, nurses, pilots, can be invited to apply for permanent residence.
What?
A new category. And finally, we are creating a new category for skilled military recruits to attract highly skilled foreign military applicants.
What?
Eligible recruits with a job offer from the Canadian Armed Forces, including doctors, nurses, pilots, can be invited to apply for permanent residence. They will be subject to the same security and all military requirements. This new category will support our government's commitment to strengthen our armed forces, to defend our sovereignty, and to keep Canadians safe.
Defend your sovereignty? Where do these people think that dual loyalties in your military, how is that going to be beneficial? That's fucking absurd. Look, pass the save act. Mitch McConnell's just a fuck. Get out of there. The man can't even think. The man can't even think. Let's see what we got here. How corrupted is Reddit? How corrupted are we? First of all, who gives a shit? If that's true. Oh. Where's the audio?
This is a police department. This stops here. Who's in charge?
We're upstairs.
Boys, what are we doing?
How about we start cleaning this up? Everyone take their blindfolds off. I've already given multiple commands to clear the room and get out of here, but no one's moving.
Yo. Whatever fraternity this is, you better automatically admit every single one in that fucking basement. They better all get a bid. They didn't fucking move. There's been a fire alarm. Police show up. Police come, direct them multiple times to leave the basement. None of them fucking flinch. Now that is loyalty. Also, a little bit of a beta-y situation for being in your fucking basement like this.
Apparently they're taking this pretty serious. You in charge?
You said...
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
Might want to ask our house dad.
Where's he at?
Summit. Working at Summit.
Summit, that's cool.
So,
obviously, yeah, Lieutenant's coming.
Okay, cool.
And they are taking this like, fuck you guys. Like, I mean, look, here's the good news. They all have their clothes on. Doesn't look like there's anything too crazy going on. They just got them in the basement. A little bit of cuckery, though. Like, there's no fucking way in hell I would ever do this. But there is a brighter side of this.
Yeah. Definitely figure out why you wouldn't let me pass you initially.
Questionable.
Yeah.
I get it.
I would probably be calling your house dad or whoever to get him here, since ultimately he's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
I don't have his number, so.
Yeah.
Which Rush is that? Yeah. Do you guys know how the fire alarm guy set off? Or just
It's manual.
Call
Here's the
somebody.
deal. From what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff.
That's
I
fine.
need to start talking now.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to talk to people.
You call Summit.
Can I call Summit?
Yep.
I'm not calling Summit.
I have no contact with Summit. You're not being very helpful.
No,
Nobody in here has any way to contact the guy that's in charge of this house. This is all going in the apartment, so we're only making the situation that much worse.
I have no contact.
Okay, we need to find somebody that does.
I guess I'm a little confused here. Like, what is the purpose of what the police are doing? I mean, look, Fire alarm went off. They went in there. There's no fire. Okay, they found some pledges in the basement. What? Are the pledges upset? None of them would even fucking move. Am I missing the problem? Like, if the pledges were, like, dying, near death, crying, you know, making a scene, wanting to exit, okay, but other than that, it's just like the fucking fire alarm went off, get the fuck out of the house, what are you doing?
No one does. He's a house dad.
Aren't you all supposed to have contact with him?
I never see him.
Okay, like, odd, you don't like the hazing, but like, I wouldn't really say anything happened there. Okay, whatever. It's kind of weird, but what the fuck is that? Plastic and Chick-fil-A salad? I don't know if I'd call that. What is that? Yo, I fucking hate people that do this shit. Wait, what's the point? Road rage is crazy. Now, okay, I don't know what's about to happen here. Some people are off their fucking rockers on the road. Off their fucking rockers. I don't know how to fix it, but the reality is you just probably need to just stay in your vehicle and keep pushing. Alright? Deal with these retards as you come across them. But then, you know, just keep pushing. Just get away from them. Okay, this is reckless driving. This is intentionally reckless driving, and this person in this vehicle in front of them can most definitely be arrested. Why do employers pay an emotional salary? I don't know what that question means. Who pays an emotional salary? What's an emotional salary? Does that make me retarded? I don't know what that is. Like FMLA? Who pays in feelings? I don't know who's doing that, but you should quit that job. You should quit that job. 100%. Get out of there. When they pay you in feelings instead, oh, you're talking like a boyfriend or something, right? Girlfriend. Why do employers pay an emotional salary? Yeah, that's definitely a boyfriend or girlfriend or something. That's failing you. Hey, babe, what you doing? I'm at the gym. What about you? I'm on FaceTime with my mom. I don't understand that. You definitely cannot pay anything with feelings. Nothing. Nothing. But that's an interesting question, though. I think probably what you're getting to is you're underpaid, and a lot of the work you do, yes, they pay you some monthly salary, yearly salary, but they also expect you to be loyal to them blindly because you've built some relationship with them. But in actuality, the relationship is the exchange, the consideration, the exchange of funds, right? You're giving them your time, your services. They need to give you money. And if they're not paying you enough, if you feel like you're being taken advantage of fiscally and emotionally, you got to get out in the job market. You got to get out in the job market. And I'll say, you're more likely for your employer to take you to stop fucking with you if you do go out into the job market. When you have your basic needs met, you aren't depressed. I don't know, is that true? I don't know. I don't think that's true. I mean, I think there's seasonal depression. I think there's depression just based on, yeah, your basic needs are met, but you are always moving the goalpost on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've accomplished this or you've gotten this, but what's next? How can I keep growing or how can I keep fulfilling myself? And a lot of that is, kind of consumerism, which is bad. But if it's like knowledge and education and employment and, growing your business or growing your professional life, I don't necessarily, or your career in general, I don't necessarily see that as bad, but it can be depressing when, so back up, you have all your personal needs met, but like maybe you're not getting the career traction you thought you might be getting. Maybe you're not getting the, you didn't get the, hey, we're all rich in thoughts and prayers. All of us. All of us. Ooh, this could be an interesting topic. What secret about your industry can you share now that you don't work for them anymore? Oh, it's promoted? Oh, okay, that's probably some nonsense. I own 2 shares of stock in Yahoo. This shit's probably worth nothing. This shit's gotta be easily worth fucking nothing. That's actually funny. Oh, man. 35 male, never had a girlfriend. Hey, he's got a dope setup, though. Dope setup. This looks, I gotta be honest with you. Like, wouldn't the employer want to make the world better for the future generation? Well, the employer as a business is, their responsibility is, yes, to their employees, but they also have a fiduciary responsibility to their shareholders. You could argue, it depends on the job it is. If you have a very specific skill set that you are required to have as an employee, then you're more valuable to your employer. We gotta understand the base of a business, though, is to be profitable for its shareholders. And you can only be profitable for your shareholders if you, and this is what's great about, capitalism and free market economics, is your shareholders. Now, the U.S. economy isn't necessarily set up like this, but your shareholders earn the most value the better business you have, which means more consumers are willing to engage and purchase your products or your services. And in order to do that in the competitive marketplace, you either got to have the best services, or you got to have the best prices, or you got to have the best product. Right? That's where competition is so beneficial to free markets and the economy. I think what a lot of the problem is in the United States right now, from an economics perspective, we have a little bit of an overtaxation issue. We have, not only on the corporation side, but on the individual contributor side, where you have federal income tax, you have Social Security tax, you have Medicaid tax, you have Medicare. Like, you have all of these taxes, and then state income tax. Okay, you're looking at depending on your salary bracket, you're anywhere from 30% to 60% of your paycheck is going to something else, somewhere else. You don't even get to see it, right? That's a problem. Another problem is that we don't really enforce, or have not been enforcing for a very long time. Oh, dang, what is the, let me look this up. Yeah, we have not really been enforcing our antitrust laws, right? Which antitrust is essentially anti-monopoly, right? Where why are Google and Apple allowed to be, Tesla for that matter, or SpaceX? Now, I get it if you're a very specific company that has a very specific niche and a very specific product, that means you have no other competition, okay? But there are dozens of cell phone manufacturers, dozens of, if you go to each region, there are dozens of energy companies throughout the country, not necessarily throughout each region, but they're all kind of conglomerates owned regionally, right? I think that's bad. I think a lot of our antitrust laws need to start being enforced. We need to break up some of these really large companies. The issue is, at what point is a company too large? At what point is a company too large? For example, I think back in, before Instagram sold to Facebook, Instagram, I think, sold to Facebook for like something in the $6 billion range. So, I don't know, between 4 and 10 billion, I think. And it had like 6 employees, right? So, would that have counted towards a business that should have been broken up towards antitrust laws? I don't know. And I don't know the antitrust law well at all. I really don't know it at all. But maybe I should dig in there one day and figure that out. But yeah, I mean, the U.S. economy has a lot of issues. It's not just employee and employer. All right, the employer, I think, for the most part. And here's the other thing: wages are suppressed by other employers. So if you go out into the marketplace, and employers say, "Well, this is the market value of the job that I'm offering you," right? This is what everyone else in the market is offering for this job. Well, yeah, no shit. You're all kind of colluding together, even if you're not colluding together, because they're putting a cap on what they believe if enough people are desperate enough to take a job, they're going to take whatever salary you offer for it. So, for example, secretary. Well, the fair market value of a secretary is $50,000 a year. Okay, well, how many women out there are willing to take a job for $50,000 a year to be a secretary? A lot. A lot. And that artificially suppresses. Well, maybe that doesn't artificially suppress it. Maybe that is exactly where the market should be for a secretary position. But there are other positions that are more skilled and where industries, I mean, if you're unwilling to pay somebody to do a certain job an X amount of dollars, then the market value of that job is going to be below that value. It's just kind of, it's a little ridiculous. Like, we need more free markets. The American system is not really truly free market at the moment. It's a lot of regulation, a lot of taxation, and it hurts people like you that feel like they are emotionally tied to their employer, getting emotionally fucked. Okay, like, how is this not racist? What are we doing? The title of this woman's post is "More Dumb Black Folk Who Don't Know He's Racist." Okay, It's an epidemic. So sad to see. Is this woman fucking okay? I too am a poor black folk. See, like, this is also a problem, is that you are getting Uncle Tom'd by your own race for even associating with Donald Trump. That's crazy. Like, the race game, it's so overplayed. It's so overplayed. It's so out. Not everyone's a racist just because they have different opinions than you. Just because we don't believe in DEI doesn't mean we're racist. We just think that the best person should get the job. And by the way, DEI actually means you are propelling another race and gender over white male. Literally. Look, here's reality. Trump is a likable guy. Only if you're in the media do you fucking hate him. All over the country. Everywhere else, they love him. This woman's a psycho. She calls herself black. That might be a stretch. Former Democrat turned sane person. So wait, what? I don't understand. Is she being sarcastic? I think she was. Okay, she is. Alright. Okay, I get it now. Okay. Okay. Semi-funny then. Hard to pick up on that.
I think that you're showing etiquette.
Muslim woman tells men who aren't Muslim about etiquette they should consider when letting a Muslim woman go first. What? Having a man behind you. It's seen as something uncomfortable, like they're being watched. What? Like, this is the thing. This is the thing that I am... It seems like every time we move any just regular Christian thing to do, being polite, is in deep contrast with Islam and Muslims. Like opening the door for your wife, your girlfriend. How is that possible?
A Muslim woman go first, whether it's on the staircase, the escalator. What you might not know about our culture is that having a man behind you is seen as something uncomfortable, like being watched. If you're a man from a non-Muslim...
Fuck. That doesn't even deserve commentary. It's so fucking stupid. I mean, quite seriously. Quite seriously. Okay. These are always my favorite. Here it is. A Muslim jihad is threatening to kill Americans on American soil. We're not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We are not here to take part. We're here to take over. I believe it when they say it. I believe it when they say it. Please stop the rise of Islam in the United States and don't let us become the United Kingdom. They're arresting people over there who are dissenters of the immigration policy and that vocalize that. on the grounds of hate speech.
Our Prophet, peace be upon him, and there will be outcomes from your actions. You will have repercussions for your actions.
Is this a fucking threat?
We have been trained from birth that we must defend the honor of our Prophet.
Now this I believe. I believe Takia is real. Truly.
Prophet, and we will lay our life on the line.
Okay, you know the other argument is, but okay, so if you don't like it here, go to your own country.
But why would we do that when our forefathers were instrumental in rebuilding this country after World War II? It was our grandfathers who worked in the factories 2020.
What is he saying? They adopted or adapted modern Western culture.
It was our grandfathers who came here and run the infrastructure. It was our grandfathers who brought you the lovely curry, which is your national dish. So
this whole argument that our food is better, so you should let us into your country, doesn't hold any fucking water. And should immediately be dismissed. Okay. You have good curry. Kinda. So fucking what?
How can you tell us to go? We're not going nowhere.
Because you're not from here. You're not civilians. You're not citizens. I'm sorry. You're not citizens. That's how. Well, I don't understand why you don't want to go build the same thing that we have in Western culture in your own country. Instead, you want to come to Western culture and Western civilization and tear it the fuck down so it looks like your old country. Newsflash, your old country's a fucking third world shithole. That's why people left. And you're not going to say it, but that's why you left too.
We are here to stay. Like I said, we're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
Will not tolerate the...
Yo. I dressed as a Muslim in Stockholm and the government funded youth center. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, let's check in on the Iran. Let's see what's going on. Is this a real fucking comment by, what is she saying? America cannot win a real war in Iran. The U.S. soldier's heart is not, and Persian too proud. I don't know what that means. They are just going to keep trying to win through subterfuge, overthrow the country from inside, but with more airstrikes like the gutless, subversive kikers they are. Nothing ever happens. What is she saying? I don't... Okay. The U.S. military can obliterate Iran with minimal effort. I mean, I kind of hope that's true. I just don't know. Like, what do we... Let's talk some strategy. U.S. naval assets in the Middle East. Oh, man. It's hard to see, but Atlantic Ocean, Eastern Med, Bahrain. Okay, let's go to latest. How is there not more political commentary on this? No, this was yesterday. Mr. President, hello. We have been informed that your negotiating team has demanded that Iran hand over its missiles. As they rightly should. You psychos. We hereby inform you that we are complying with this request. Soon will we make sure to deliver the missiles to their destination in Tel Aviv and Haifa. How is this not a threat? This is a direct threat to not only the President of the United States, but to one of the United States' closest allies in Israel. Oh, and to I don't know if I said the President, but to our country. Like, okay. Oh shit. "50 U.S. fighter jets surged into the Middle East." That was 6 minutes ago. Oh shit. Oh shit.
It is entirely possible, Sean, that in the next 6 months we will see the regimes fall in Iran, in Venezuela.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on in Iran. I can't seem to get too good of updates. Well, this is just out of good faith. Yeah, I mean, of course. Like, why are they just so hell-bent on ruining everything? Why? Why does every character have to be gay? Why does every character have to be a gay, black, lesbian guy who used to be a woman? Like, for fuck's sake. See, look, this is the shit.
Officer, 1,000.
This is the shit that drives me crazy. You have a budget bill in New York City that is $127 billion. There are 3 times as many people in Florida, and they have a smaller budget. 3 times as many people in Florida, and they have a smaller budget. And then, not only that, you're unwilling to cut stupid fucking programs like the Office of Racial Equity, the Commission on Racial Equity, the Commission on Gender Equity. But you're going to cut 5,000 police officers? But you're going to keep the Chief Diversity Inclusion Officer? 3 civilian Chief Diversity Inclusion Officers? Like, these are just jobs for people that have no fucking skills. Not only do they not have skills, but they are quite literally jobs created to promote racism. I mean, what are we doing? What are we fucking doing?
3 FDNY civilian chief diversity inclusion officers. There's a title for you. And 118,000 for an FDNY chief diversity inclusion officers. Is that necessary stuff? You can't cut that back? Equity, 4.6.
Oh, yeah.
Cheat on him.
See, these are psycho-liberal white women. They have no moral integrity. They have no integrity whatsoever. They're disgusting. They hate white men. They hate masculinity. They're just dumb bitches.
Leave your MAGA husband, ladies. That's right. Leave your MAGA husband. But cheat on him first. Cheat on him with his boss. Cheat on him with his best friend.
This woman is so lonely and sad and has never been satisfied her entire life. She's always been the victim. I don't know who this is. Never heard of her. But in every step of her life, she has always been the victim somehow, some way. And that's why she's a lonely bitch. Okay. What if the Epstein files were to distract people while U.S. warships prepped for a full-scale war? I mean, what if? I mean, that doesn't make what's in the Epstein files any less significant. But it's also really hard to say. Here's why people are like really frustrated, I think, with the Epstein files. Is that in order to have prosecutions, right, to prosecute a lot of these people, one, you need direct evidence that a crime occurred, or circumstantial evidence that a crime occurred beyond a reasonable doubt, right? If they have video evidence, great. If they have photograph evidence, great. If they have witness statements, great. But a lot of this email back and forth about just weird shit, I don't know if they have enough to get convictions. I really don't. And then what? So the American people are pissed off that there haven't been any arrests. Okay? We start arresting people. The DOJ just starts going out and arresting people that they think have committed crimes in the Epstein files. Okay, great. They try them. And then these people get acquitted because there's not enough evidence to convict them. There's not enough evidence to say beyond a reasonable doubt a crime occurred. All right, you need evidence for that. In a court of law, you need evidence. Now, in the court of public opinion, you don't really need evidence. You can just say these people are fucking scumbags. Look at these emails. Look at the weird shit they were saying. Look what Bill Gates tried to do. They're weird. They're scumbags. Right? And the court of public opinion can persecute them. But the court of law, you need evidence. And then you need juries willing to convict on that evidence. Okay, so if they get to a jury and they get acquitted, guess what you can never do again? You can never arrest them and indict them for the same crime because for that exact same crime you arrested for and tried them on because of double jeopardy. You fuck yourself. They need evidence. So what I think, there's probably enough evidence in there to do something to someone. I don't know. I'm not like an expert on the Epstein files. But what they need is they need the first head to roll. And now I also suspect a lot of this evidence, right? If this is really a conspiracy of the largest of the grandest kind, then a lot of this evidence has already been destroyed, right? There are too many people from the FBI, the CIA, then you're talking European fucking intelligence agencies, you're talking Israel intelligence agencies, you're talking United States. Like, it's gone. Any direct evidence is probably gone. Any evidence, high enough evidence to convict is probably gone. But I don't know. We haven't seen enough evidence yet, but I haven't seen enough evidence to where you can convict anyone on anything. And yeah, I understand Prince Andrew was arrested, but my understanding of his arrest is that he was arrested based on leaking, trade secrets in his emails with Epstein. Not underage sex with girls. And I don't think that's why he was arrested. And now maybe this is the first high-profile arrest to get him to talk. But I don't know. I don't think they know enough yet. Oh, shit. Democrats hired an army of New York City lawyers to thwart the FBI's investigation of Fulton County election fraud because they know if one domino falls in their election fraud machine, the entire system will collapse. Yeah, let's watch this.
They raided the Fulton County storage house. And now the Democrats have hired a massive team of lawyers. They have the ballots. That should be no problem, right?
Took them long enough to get the ballots. I definitely think something fucked up happened in Georgia. At a minimum. At a minimum. I think there's probably evidence out there that the same thing happened in Pennsylvania. Some crazy shit.
They have the ballots. FBI came in and raided. They found plenty of stuff. And now they have the ballots. And the Democrats are fighting like hell, and I think it goes before a judge tomorrow, to not let anybody see the ballots. Why don't they want them to?
Now, this will be interesting if it does go to the judge, and the rogue judge, I mean, if it's a rogue judge, if they allow this to happen. I tell you, in law schools, in the legal profession, I bet conservatives are outnumbered. It's got to be 80% plus are progressive or liberal left-leaning in law schools and the legal profession. Minimum. It has to be 80% plus. Now, especially when you get to DC, it's probably in like the 95%.
To see the ballots after all these years. You know why they don't want? Because they cheated, that's why.
I wonder if any evidence, that they found at the Fulton County that the FBI raided, I wonder if they've gone through that and Trump has been briefed on any of it, and if he has a plan now.
If you stay out here, we will get your names. You will be suspended. Okay? That is your option at this point. Because you are operating outside the bounds of what was granted.
This is how it should be.
Canceled. You left school without permission.
This is how it should be. These kids have no clue what they're doing. Their brains don't get it. In high school, in elementary school, or in high school, middle school, I would have done and said anything to get out of the classroom. I was just being a dickhead just to be a dickhead. And a lot of these kids have parents at home. They're like, oh, yeah. And then a lot of their teachers are like, oh, yeah. Nah, this principal said, nah, the fuck. Get out of here.
Your rights do not supersede the school. So if you understand that, that is your option. If you wish to return, Dr. Damiani will let you in that door over there. If not, I will be getting your names. You will be suspended, okay?
Hell yeah. Suspend them. And notice it's just all little girl. God, man. We're having a gender problem here.
Okay. Those are your options. All right? Your rights do not exceed that of the school.
Holding a Mexican flag. Go to Mexico, brother. Go.
We'll go back to class and we're good.
You are more than welcome to go home. U.S. could bomb Tehran with millions of bombs, including cruise missiles, ATACMS, AMRAAM, Phosphorus, and GBU-57, and America suggests that the attack on Iran will be unprecedentedly massive. If America attacks Iran, then America will be packed with double energy. Yeah, okay, it's a fake account, but there's got to be some updates on what's going on in Iran. Why can't we... Latest. Here we go. Iran, in a letter to UN Secretary General, if attacked, all bases, facilities, and assets of the hostile force in the region would constitute legitimate targets in the context of Iran's defensive response. The United States would bear full and direct responsibility for any unpredictable and uncontrolled consequences. Now, these statements don't make any sense because Iran is in complete control of whatever their response may be. And they certainly can predict what they're going to do. Alright, but I don't know what they're saying here, though. Are they saying any allies in the region? We have a lot of assets in the region. We have moved a ton of shit into the area over the last several weeks, and more so the last couple of days. Question is it a negotiation strategy? Saying, hey, Khamenei, you better sign this or go look out your window. Look what's coming your fucking way. Or is it an empty threat? I mean, I don't think you're moving this many assets into the area unless you intend or plan on using them. Iran just turned the Middle East into a strategic hostage situation. In a letter to the UN, Tehran warned that every U.S. base and ship is a legitimate target if Trump follows through on his strike threats. This is the ultimate countermove to the 15-day deadline. Iran is telling the world that if one bomb falls on a nuclear site, the whole region goes up in flames. I'm not really sure what there is to fucking negotiate with Iran. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. They have killed, low guess, 20,000 protesters in the last month. I think there's a high guess of upwards of 50,000 more. They're killing their own people. How do you negotiate with a regime that is willing to kill their own people? I don't know why we're wasting our time trying to negotiate. And maybe we're not. I mean, the IRGC remains fully committed to the charters of the UN. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. This Stu Peter guy's, he literally hates Jews and is just kind of off his fucking rocker. But let's see. China just delivered a full airborne supply chain of advanced electronic warfare systems to Iran. Right under our nose, these systems have the ability to jam all the U.S. carrier-based F-35 jets sitting in the Arabian Sea. Brother, the U.S. technology is far superior to any other continent, to any other country in the world. in the world. China cannot beat us in this technology game. They can't. What is this? Right now, there's whispers that the whole thing is a setup, and the U.S. is going to betray Israel. Make it a multi-nation effort to destroy them between Iran, Russia, China, and the U.S. That's the dumbest fucking comment I've read. Otherwise, the U.S. is only going to have like, what are these people saying, bro? Yeah, JoJo's off her fucking rocker, too. She's a crazy psycho liberal who anything Trump does is bad, no matter what it is. It does not matter. Like, these people are just fucking deranged. I wish they would pay attention to foreign policy a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, I wonder... I think we're days away, if not hours away, from something serious happening in Iran. Donald Trump's federal agents should be unmasked and identifiable. Alright, let's hear what Gavin Newsom has to fucking say. I'm sure it's something stupid.
That are here as of
honestly, I will give this to Gavin Newsom. He is the definition of a wolf in sheep's clothing. He looks the part. He's always talked real well in front of a camera. He's a formidable opponent to the GOP and the Conservative and the Republican Party. All of his ideas fucking suck. His policies are fucking horrible. Nothing ever works. But he can speak and talk to the camera, and he looks the part.
Applaud the members of the legislature that are here as it relates to unmasking of ICE agents. They should be unmasked.
Is that Scott Wiener back there behind him? Who's the sickest, most disgusting politician in the world? This guy's just below scum. But what clearly I think everyone knows, ICE agents are masked to protect their family because liberals are fucking crazy, would dox them, find out their personal identity, and do something to their homes and their family. We know this is true. We know this is true. So they're protecting ICE agents because the media has drummed up this fictitious thing that the American base isn't supportive of the deporting of illegal immigrants. Not true. We are. We want it. Big supporter.
They should provide their ID, and they should be clearly marked. But obviously the Trump administration continues to try to sow doubt and sow fear in our diverse communities, including...
Can we stop taking this guy seriously? In our diverse communities. Are they illegal? If they're illegal, Gavin, they need to go home. This isn't real. I miss presidents who do not steal billions in taxpayer dollars. Okay, it's Biden at And then this is the real picture. That's funny.
Say is that
Rep Omar says they don't just want to abolish ICE, they're discussing how to dismantle it. Look, these crazy foreign elected politicians, can we just deport them already? This woman has no business being an elected official in the United States federal government. None.
there is a...
If you hate America this much, you're foreign born, and your loyalty still lies with that foreign country, and you do everything to subvert American Western culture and policies, I feel like that's textbook treason.
An easier conversation happening today than 6-7 years ago when I got to Congress about what we need to do with ICE, which is to abolish it.
No. See, look, these crazy fucking people, they want to abolish ICE so she can have more foreign invaders come to our country, which will in turn vote more people like her into power and destroy America as we know and love it today. That's what that is literally what that means.
And there is a lot of conversation about what the dismantlement of the Department of Homeland Security should look like. What I will say is that...
Shut up, bitch. Fuck you. Michelle Obama says women of color have to spend more time and money on their hair. Can we stop? Can we stop this shit? Yeah. This is an interesting take. So, based on tremendous interest shown, I will be directing the Secretary of War and other relevant department and agencies to begin the process of identifying and releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, and unidentified flying objects, and any and all other information connected to these highly complex but extremely interesting. And Mr. Obvious's take here is Trump announces that the U.S. government will be releasing all the top secret files on UFO and aliens. In other words, this pretty much confirms we are 100% going to war. I don't know if that's a big enough distraction. I mean, it's a distraction, but is it a big enough distraction? I mean, yeah, so that's about to take over the internet. Liberals in New Brunswick just cost their town hundreds of good-paying jobs in tax revenue by canceling a new data center. Like, let's see the comments on this. Oh, man. Yeah, I think I agree with some of this counter argument here is that, well, actually data centers suck a lot of energy. They don't employ too many people, and all it does, because they're sucking so much energy, the demand for it increases, which in terms the community around it increases energy costs. That may be a viable argument. I don't know for sure. But if there are enough good-paying jobs to kind of offset this, I mean, the economics behind it may make sense. I don't. Oh wait, what happened?
Hi, how are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yes.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Call 911.
What?
Hi.
What happened?
How are you? Good. Have you been here before?
Yes.
Sir, you need to leave. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What? Like, oh, the guy had no pants on? I mean, he had boxers on? Like, what? No way this guy killed himself, man. That's so sad. Ooh, that's sad. Oh yeah, this is so stunning and brave. Let's release campaign ads saying fuck Trump. Like your whole political premise is just the opposition, but you don't have any opposition policies. What are your policies? Like, people gotta stop falling for this shit. What are the policies? What are the economic policies? What are the social policies? What are you going to do for the community that benefits the community and the state? Not that you hate the other guy. That shit, like, how is this still working?
Proud to have lived my fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
Fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
Fuck Trump. Vote Juliana.
They said it, not me. I'm Juliana Stratton, and I'm proud to have lived my whole life on the south side of Chicago. I'm not scared of a wannabe dictator. I'm running for Senate to stand up to Donald.
People gotta stop falling for this shit. Please. If Trump invades Canada and... Oh, here we go. I think this is where I saw it earlier. If Trump invades Canada and overthrows their regime, I volunteer to be the interim governor of our new province until a new leader is selected. Oh, yeah. Canada fucking sucks. Dude, this guy's been discredited so much, like, nothing you say matters. You're a loser. Okay, let's go back to finding things about Iran. Maybe, what the fuck are you talking about? Iran does not need to have nuclear weapons. No. Yeah. At least on something.
Way and think they're going to sink one of our carriers, let's say, or now, if the Iranians are dumb enough to fire first at us, either through, let's say, a submarine or some asymmetrical way, and think they're going to sink one of our carriers, let's say, or one of the destroyers, or something that's in the Persian Gulf or something, then you're going to see the Iranian Navy at the bottom of the sea in 25 minutes. I don't think they'll necessarily fire first, because that'd be a crucial mistake. That would mean Katie bar the door, everything's off, and we would be firing back like no tomorrow. Now, if the Iranians are dumb.
Yeah, does Iran even have a navy? I can't read that. This is what I've been saying. Most transparent admin in history. People can stop talking about the Epstein hoax now. I have personally offered 2 of my children to Trump to sacrifice their blood. Nice. This is stupid. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of the top shtick for a while. Oh shit. Oh, these B-52s are badass. They are badass. That's a fact, Jack. Oh yeah, I forgot we were on the server.
I want to let you know that the United States is going to make a contribution of $10 billion to.
Oh shit. We got anything? What do we got here? Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, never mind. Yeah. I mean, Prince Andrew looks quite literally terrified. Like he saw a ghost. Now, this is also a weird picture because the lens is making his eyes red. But that ain't a good look. Jeez. Oh man, it breaks my heart. Why they hate this little guy so much? These other monkeys. Okay.
Barack Obama said aliens.
This is interesting that this question happened and now they're gonna declassify. It's like, dude, you can't stop in the middle of the highway like this. And then you just keep going. Look at this shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. Dude, all because of this just idiot. I don't understand. Met a guy and hooked up. Okay, great for you. if I understand that. I want the golden age of videos back. Reddit is just a disgusting cesspool. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are more interested in Iran right now. I'm a black married woman and an immigrant. I can't believe I actually managed to get a passport. I've been reliably informed this is impossible for a woman of my hue. Now, this woman is obviously being sarcastic because every liberal on planet Earth is saying how impossible it is for women and black people to get IDs if the SAVE Act passes. Of course, just no basis to it, no common sense. Hell yeah.
He's right here.
Yeah, see, it's all funny and shit when they're laughing in the background, and then all of a sudden, when he gets his fucking clock clean, that's when they're taking it serious. They go, oh, his kids are here. No. He shouldn't have been acting like that in the fucking first place. So, yeah. Don Lemon has fully disgraced himself. And again, it's always the race shit. Well, it's because I'm black. Well, it had nothing to do that I was storming a church and impeding service. It was because I was black. Goobers.
Says, quote, "It is time to acknowledge what has become tragically obvious. The Trump administration is essentially acting as a massive criminal enterprise. It lies, steals, extorts, and murders, all while cloaked in the awesome authority of the state. It is on a crime spree that puts Al Capone to shame. This administration has murdered Renee Good."
False. She tried to run over an ICE agent.
"And Alex Preddy."
False. He resisted arrest. He was armed. A reasonable ICE officer in the same or similar position would have shot him if they saw him go for his gun. They didn't know he didn't have it anymore. It was seconds. Less than seconds.
Slandered them as domestic terrorists and assassins and allowed their killers to walk free.
Do we have no respect for the rule of law anymore?
Unleashed thousands of minimally trained ICE agents recruited with explicitly white supremacist messaging.
Everything is white supremacist to these people. Everything. Your fucking notebook, your pencil, your phone, your money, your house. It's just an
to inflict terror on people of color, repeatedly violated the constitutional rights of citizens and non-citizens by arresting them for First Amendment protected speech, raiding their homes without judicial warrants, and imprisoning them without
I feel like if you are illegal in this country, you have minimal due process, and I don't even feel like you deserve that. You get no due process. You're here illegally, you don't get the same protections as the Constitution gives American citizens. Get the fuck out. Don't cost us a bunch of administrative dollars to get you out. You're not here legally. Leave.
Due process and killed dozens of civilians on the high seas solely on the...
These people are defending Venezuelan terrorists that are trying to bring massive amounts of drugs into our country that continue to plague us. That's how deranged this shit is. They're fucking deranged. Go to the communities in Florida, Texas, these border communities where all these drugs and lack of enforcement of immigration over the years has corroded their very existence.
Unsubstantiated claim that they were drug runners, not that being drug runners would justify their summary executions without due process anyway.
Why are we giving due process to narcotic terrorists? What are we saying? Should we give Iran due process? Should we give the Chinese Communist Party due process? Or do we just know they're fucking evil?
Anyway, released hundreds of imprisoned felons who brutally beat Capitol Police officers on January 6th, converted the once independent Department of Justice into an instrument of personal...
Oh yeah, it was real independent. Yeah, it was real independent under Mayor Garland. Eric Holder. Yeah, real independent. It didn't try to prosecute the other party with just bullshit allegations for years. They didn't try to do that.
Retribution via the prosecution of cooked-up lawsuits.
Personal retribution. That very much sounds similar to what happened to Donald Trump. I just can't put my finger on it.
Against the president's enemies, threatened to seize the territory of a sovereign nation.
Any capitalist loves that Trump did that. You're expanding your territory and your resources. It's a growth opportunity to take Greenland. And I very much still think we will get Greenland.
NATO ally no less, and declared that legislators should be executed for reminding military personnel of their duty to...
Oh, he didn't say they should be executed. There was an implication that they knew it. That these senators, I don't remember what they were. They made a commercial telling our military to disobey illegal orders. Well, the implication there is that Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth are giving illegal orders to our military. They're trying to erode the very confidence of our military from the commander-in-chief. All of this is subverting democracy because America elected Donald Trump. We didn't elect fucking what's his name? Mark. Fucking loser.
Disobey illegal orders. It is difficult to comprehend the level of state-sponsored criminality we are witnessing because our country has never experienced anything like it. The New York Daily...
Hard to believe this guy takes himself serious to reading that. It's intentional to read that on air, by the way. very intentional. Oh shit, this could be cool. Wait, what did this say? New in Polyglobe Fleet Tracker. U.S. carrier strike groups are now live on the globe with data. Click any vessel. Oh. Yeah, so this is interesting. Unfortunately, the crew will probably be fucked here. You can't do that. What they should have done, they had contract and he had breach of contract. They should have sued for breach for damages. This is self-help. Probably won't go well for him. That's hilarious.
And Hitlerian or Mussolini-esque, they would shut their coward.
This is so true. If Hollywood or the Democratic Party thought Trump was the dictator they claim him to be, they wouldn't be speaking out so much because there would be actual consequences. There would be consequences to their behavior. But he's not a dictator. You fucking losers.
Fucking mouth immediately. They got big problems with Israel. They got big problems with Catholics. They got no problem with Islam.
Fact.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You guys love women, and you love freedom, and you love rights, and you hate oppression, right? But you're going to storm into Catholic churches, and you're going to talk tons of shit about the Jews and Israel, but you got nothing to say about the group that actually does all the oppression.
Exactly. Islam not only does all the oppression, they do all the terrorizing as well. It's got to be like 3,000 to 1 on terrorist attacks for Islam to any other religion or religious sect.
Oppressing and subjugates women and treats women horribly and throws gay. Oh, you love gay rights, right? You love gay rights? Yeah, these guys throw gay guys off top of buildings in a burlap sack. You have anything to say about them? No, I don't. It's a beautiful, peaceful religion.
Islam is a cancer, is what Adam is saying. And I couldn't agree with him more. And it's so fascinating that the left is aligned with them. And what it is that Islam sees the weakness in the Liberal Party, the Democratic Party. They're weak.
Why? Well, they cut your fucking head off. They go Charlie Hebdo on you. They fucking walk into your fucking shit and they start slaughtering people. And you're pussies and you don't want to deal with that. But you do want to be a hero. So go to the place where they don't do anything and they don't slaughter you and then go be a hero there. Don Lemon, go there. Don't go to the mosque and start fucking around.
Yeah, Don Lemon, go to a mosque and do that next. I wonder what will happen there. They would never fucking do that.
Around, someone's going to get you with a machete and you fucking know it. But yet you claim to be a champion of gay rights and women's rights. So that's what you're dealing with
He also
with
claimed
Hollywood.
to be a
So true. So true. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up. We'll have to come back, do some more news. Please like, please follow. We'll see y'all next time.